Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25. Line. The Owls offense will go to work first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Got his man on the right. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Wide receiver going in motion. Williams will pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And what a throw to get it in there. They've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. He'll pull it on the read. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Shotgun snap on third down. He got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Owls had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one?
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So FIU's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust. crushed after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Daniels. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Looking for a crease. It's Depps. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Snagged out of the air. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Depps. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. FIU set up with another 1st down. Wants to throw again. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The Owls in the hurry-up. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
It's been a few drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
One final play before the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. We reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They go right back to him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to pass, it's Daniels. Safe completion on the screen. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Looking left, and it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida International.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Hauls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll go to the air. Under fire. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, FIU.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams looking for a man. Got a man. It's Smith.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. He'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Henry. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Terrell. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a 1st down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Down to 2 minutes to play in the 1st half, and it has been a dandy. A chance to perhaps get this game tied up before the break. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Spins away from the defender. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Give to the back. He'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Henry. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Daniels. With the catch, it's Dawson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. FIU pushing tempo. To the air on second down. Here's a heat. Got him downfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Makes the catch. It's Stone. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Panthers getting set on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Stone. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23.
With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Finds his big tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Florida International. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen.
Breaks into the open. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Going up top. He's got it inside the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Williams will pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 30.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. On the run, it's Depps. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in. Williams
looking for a man. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Stone. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. FIU will line up to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll run the screen. Open space at the 25. It's a running room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Williams will pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That's caught. It's Dawson. There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Daniels. Keeps looking downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This
touchdown, Panthers. And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Henry. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. On the option. He'll toss it. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Williams looking for a man. Snagged in the middle. It's Key. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Bring in the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense... chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Might as well give it to him again. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks.